Hey, I'm Charlie. Welcome back to my channel. This is a 45-minute creative Vinyasa flow where we'll be incorporating some binds, standing balances, and inversions. So if you know you need help with all of those, have a strap and a wall close by. When you're ready, I'll meet you on the mat. Welcome. Let's begin in child's pose. So from a kneeling position, keep your big toes touching, open your knees as wide as your mat. And then walk your hands forwards as you lower your chest and your forehead to the mat. As soon as you find child's, take a deep breath in. And with your exhale, begin to let go, soften into the pose, into the support of your mat. And we'll begin our class here, letting go of anything that came before now. Begin to deepen your breath. With each exhale, soften a little bit more. Relax your belly. Relax your shoulders. Begin to find a natural rhythm to your breath. So even inhales, nice and smooth exhales. If you're familiar with Ujjayi, you can start to find your Ujjayi breath, that slight constriction in the back of the throat to create that oceanic sound. On an inhale, come up into tabletop. Set your hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Then drop your belly to arch your back. And send your hips forwards and your thighs down to the mat. Roll your shoulders back. Start to bend your elbows so you're finding your cobra pose. Take an inhale here. Exhale, push yourself back up. Send your hips to your heels, moving back into child's pose. A little bit more dynamically with the breath now. On your inhale, round your back, ripple forwards. Send your hips forwards and down. Come back through to your cobra. Inhale. Exhale, pressing back to your child's pose. Keep moving through this with your breath, waving your spine as you come forwards. Take a deep breath in your cobra. And exhale as you press back into your child's pose. Take it as fast or as slow as you like. Give yourself a chance to open up here. So we're not starting the practice with too much expectation. And then meeting me back in tabletop. Round your back and we'll move through some barrel rolls. You're rolling the spine to the right and then dipping the belly as you travel left. Round as you move right and then arch as you move left. Continuing with this motion side to side. You can start to bend the arms, get the upper body and the shoulders involved. Maybe start to swing the hips so it becomes a full body motion. Then after a few rounds, you can switch. So now we'll travel from left to right. Try to exaggerate your movements so you get into any parts of your body that haven't quite woken up yet. And then slowly returning to a neutral spine. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, come back to downward dog. Again, ease yourself into position. Don't expect to go from 0 to 100 straight away. So start to pedal out your legs. Invite a little bit more softness through the backs of the legs as you pedal. Continue with that steady breath you cultivated at the start of class. And then settle in, find stillness, press through your hands, press through your feet, create a stable position. Beautiful. Ripple forwards, come into high plank. And then open out into side plank on your left. Stack the legs, reach your right arm up. Good. Then bend your left knee, pick up the foot. Bring your right hand to your knee and start to twist your body. So you're turning and the knee will point up. Hold this here. Keep pushing the floor away. Inhale. With your exhale, lower your right hand down. Spin open into side plank on the other side. Keep your left knee bent. Reach your left arm up. Inhale. On your exhale, step your left foot forwards and then straighten the leg as you lower your left hand down. Fold over your front leg into pyramid. If this feels really intense, keep a slight bend in the front knee to make it more accessible. And as you breathe here, you may find that more space becomes available and you can start to straighten that leg even further. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, bend your front knee, lower your back knee down, coming into low lunge. Reach your arms up, interlace your fingers, flip your palms, and then lifting your shoulders up by your ears. Inhale. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale, lifting back up, create length. Exhale, bending left. One more like this. Inhale, lift up. This time, exhale, bend backwards. So arms reach back, chest opens. Beautiful. Lower your hands. Then sweep your front leg back up into three-legged down dog. Lift your leg high. Inhale. Exhale, look forwards and hop your right foot forwards. Pick your hands up, find warrior three. Keep your gaze focused on one spot. And then slowly come up into a standing position. Sweep your back leg forwards. Right hand will catch a hold of that outside of the foot or the leg. Left arm will reach back. When you get steady, slowly start to turn your gaze to the left. Think of pressing down through your grounded foot as you lift up from the crown of your head, standing tall here. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly release the twist. Bring both hands to catch your front foot. And start to bend your arms, fold in, folding over your front leg. Hold it steady. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Standing back up. Release the hold of your foot. Sweep the leg back through to warrior three. And then lower that foot down. Plant your hands. Step back to downward facing dog. Pedal out your legs. Take a few breaths to reset. And then rippling forwards. Coming into side plank on your right. This time the right knee will bend. Left hand will come to the knee. Start to twist left. So if you're turning your knee to point up to the sky, keep pressing the floor away. Hold for an inhale. Exhale, left hand comes down, open into side plank on the other side. Keep your right knee lifted. Inhale. Exhale, step your right foot forwards, lower your right hand, straighten the leg, fold over,
your front leg. Deep breaths here as we slow things down a moment. Remember, you can work progressively here. You don't have to straighten the leg fully straight away. Hold for an inhale. With your exhale, rebend your front knee, lower your back knee down. Arms up, interlace your fingers, flip your palms. Inhale, reach up, shoulders up by ears. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, bend left. Inhale, lifting up. Last time, exhale, bending backwards. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, plant your hands and you sweep your front leg all the way back up. Three-legged down dog. Inhale as the leg goes high. Exhale, look forwards and hop your left foot forwards. Pick up your hands, slowly moving into warrior three. Focus your gaze, inhale. At the end of your exhale, you'll stand up, sweep your back leg forwards. Left hand will catch the outside of the foot or leg. Right hand will reach back. Get steady to begin. Then shift your gaze. Start looking to the right. Think of standing as tall as you can. Grounding down through your foot, lengthening from the crown of your head. Inhale here. Exhale, face forwards. Both hands catch your foot. Then start to bend your elbows as you draw yourself in, folding over your leg. Keep your gaze focused on one spot. Hold for an inhale. And exhale. One more deep breath here. Inhale. Exhale, standing back up. Sweep your front leg back. Moving through warrior three. Lower your back foot, plant your hands, step back to downward facing dog. Take a moment to reset here. Deep breaths in. Long exhales out. One more inhale. Make your exhale audible. Beautiful. Then rippling forwards into high plank. Let's open into side plank on your left. Hold it for a moment. Get steady. Then glide your right leg forwards. And keep gliding it forwards so it comes level with your left hand. Spin your feet to the left side of your mat. And keep twisting your torso to the right so you arrive in this twisted straddle. Hold for an inhale. Exhale. Then start to bend your knees and you'll spin your feet back to face the right side of your mat. Keep the knees bent as you sit your hips down and the right knee should land on top of the left. You may want to scoot your ankles in a little closer to stack your knees. Then bring the left arm behind your back. And the right hand overhead to bring the hands together in a bind. You could also use your strap or hold onto your t-shirt here. Then relax your chin to your chest, soften the eyes closed a moment. Return to that place of stillness within. Wonderful, and release the hands. Replant your left hand back where it was. Now you can scooch the feet a little further apart. Press through your feet, lift up. See if you can come back through that twisted straddle. Then sweeping your right leg back on top of the left, moving into your side plank. Let's repeat on the other side. Come through to side plank on the right. Sweep your left leg forwards in line with your right hand. Then turn your feet to the right side of your mat as you twist your torso left, finding that twisted straddle to begin. Inhale here. Exhale, start to bend your knees and you'll spin on the balls of your feet. Turn your feet to the left side of your mat. Sit your hips down and the knees should stack as they land. This time, right arm will come behind the back. Left arm will come overhead and the hands draw together. Don't worry if you don't make the complete bind. Find a place that works for you. Relax chin to chest, soften your eyes closed. Returning to your breath. Wonderful. Release the hands. Replant your right hand. Come back up into that twisted straddle. And then glide your left leg back on top of your right for your side plank. Lower your left hand down into plank. And then lift your hips high. Move back to downward facing dog. Beautiful work. Step your feet together in downward dog. Lift your left leg high and open out the hip. Inhale. With your exhale, sweep your leg out to the left side and keep sweeping it forwards. Plant your foot on the outside of the left hand. Then move into lizard lunge. So you could keep your back knee lifted if you're looking for a challenge, or you can lower it down if you want the pose to be a little bit more passive. Keep your chest lifted here. Hold for an inhale. With your exhale, start to lower your chest down. Maybe you begin moving down to the forearms to go deeper. A few more breaths here as we work progressively deeper. Wonderful. Come back up onto your hands. Tuck your back toes, lift your knee if it isn't already. And then rebend your elbows. Try to send the chest low. Bring your left arm through your leg. And then wrap your arm around the back of your leg, coming into a bind. The right hand will come to meet the left. And as you don't have the hands on the mat anymore, you have to really rely on your legs for stability. So keep pressing through your feet. Keep your chest down low. Hold it here. Stay in the bind. Scoot your back foot forwards. Then shift your weight into your right foot as you pick up your left. Super slowly standing up. Roll your shoulders back, broaden your chest. And then finally extend the left leg to complete the full expression of Bird of Paradise. Standing tall here, steady breath. Rebend the knee, lower the foot back down. We'll reverse the flow. So step back to your bound lizard. Release the bind, come back to your lizard. And then sweep your left leg back out to the side and up into three-legged down dog. Beautiful. Lower your left foot down. Let's repeat on the other side. Inhale, right leg goes high. Open the hip. Exhale, sweep your leg out to the right side. Sweep the foot forward, plant it outside your right hand, and find lizard. Again, take a moment. Find whichever variation works for you. Keep your chest lifted. Inhale. And with your exhale, notice if more space becomes available. Can you go a little bit deeper into that space? Okay, coming back up onto your hands. Lift your back knee if it isn't already. Then rebend your elbows. Try to send your chest low. Bring your right arm through your leg and round the back. And then bringing your left hand to meet. Coming into your bound lizard. Keep your chest low here. Keep pressing through your feet to help with the balance. Steady breath. Good, then shuffling, stepping, hopping your back foot forwards. Shift your weight into your left foot as you pick up your right. Slowly standing up, roll your shoulders back, broaden your chest, and finally extend the right leg for bird of paradise. Standing tall. Keep that steadiness of your breath. Then let's reverse. Lower your right foot down. Step back to your bound lizard. Release the bind, coming back into lizard. And then sweeping your right leg out to the side and back up for three-legged down dog. Lower your right foot down. Then step your feet as wide as your mat in your downward dog. Bring your left hand to the right ankle or right lower leg. Twist under your right arm. You can soften the eyes closed here. We'll be here for about 5 to 10 breaths. With each exhale, see if you can twist a little deeper. Explore what space becomes available in your body. Release your left hand back to the mat. And then bring your right hand to your left ankle or left lower leg. Start to twist left. Move slowly without expectation at the beginning. And then if more space becomes available, you can move into it. Release your right hand, step your feet in hips width, and then ripple forwards into high plank. And super slowly lower down to your belly through chaturanga. Untuck your toes. Then hover your hands off your mat. Lift your chest for an active cobra. Keep rolling your shoulders back. See how high you can lift your chest. Focusing on that steadiness of breath. Lower your hands. You can make a pillow to rest your forehead on. And this time just lifting the legs. Squeeze your glutes, point your toes, lift your legs as high as you can. And hold. Remember your breath. Wonderful. And release your legs. You can shimmy your hips side to side. Finally, we'll combine the two. So hands are hovering in this active cobra. Legs are lifting. Lift your chest. Hold it here. Wonderful, and release. Lower your hands under your shoulders, edge your legs in hips width if they aren't already. And bend your left leg, roll to your right, plant your foot, and press up into Wild Thing. Press the floor away as you lift your hips and your heart. Hold for an inhale. With your exhale, lower your left hand down, turn to face forwards, pick up your left leg. Keep the knee bent as you lower it down to the side of your mat, coming into this half frog cobra position. You're looking to have your knee level with your hips. You may just need to change your alignment a moment. And then broaden your shoulders, roll your shoulders back. Broaden your chest, roll your shoulders back. Nice deep breaths in here, inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Then rolling to your right again, step the left foot beside you and turn to the back of your mat. Then wrap your left arm around the inside of your leg. And the right hand will come round to meet it, finding a bind. Slowly start to sit back, lift your left foot. And this may already be quite far enough, and if so, you can stay here. If you're looking for a little bit more of a challenge, point your right toes, see if you can hover that right leg off the mat so you find a balance. And it is a wobbly one, so take a moment to figure it out. You can keep tapping your foot back on the mat to help you find your balance. Let's hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Don't worry if you fell out. Release the bind, roll back onto your belly. This time the right knee will bend as you roll left. Place the foot behind you. Press up into Wild Thing. Inhale as you push the floor away. As you exhale, lower your right hand down, face forwards, and bring the right knee to the side of your mat, coming into your half cobra. Align the knee with the hip. Then roll your shoulders back, broaden your chest. Inhale. Exhale. One more deep breath in. Exhale it out. Then rolling to your left, place the right foot behind you, turn to face the back of your mat. Bring the right arm around your right leg and the left arm around the back to find the bind. Then start to sit back and lift your right foot off the mat. And you may find that this is far enough. If so, stay here. If you want to work into the balance, see if you can lift your left leg and hover it off the mat. Let's hold for 3, 2, 1, and then release the bind. Roll back onto your belly. Then press back up into downward facing dog. Steady your breath a moment. Deep inhales. Long exhales. Good. Then bend your knees, come into a hovering tabletop. So your knees hover a few centimeters off the mat. Swing your legs to the right and then reach your right arm up. Rearrange your feet so you're starting to turn around into a reverse tabletop. The right arm will reach overhead. Lift your hips as high as you can. Hold for an inhale. Then as you exhale, you can turn your feet back forward. You may just need to uncross the legs. Come back to your hovering position. Swing the knees left. Reset the feet as you turn around. Open up into your reverse tabletop. Lift your hips high. Inhale. Exhale, come back through to hovering tabletop. We'll move through that a few more times so you can get a little bit more familiar. So go slow. Pay attention to the direction your feet are going in. One more to each side. Good. Come back to your tabletop. This time, lower the knees down. Walk your arms forwards. Let your chest sink down into puppy pose. Let your heart anchor to the mat here. Start to slow down your breath. Lift your chest, come back to your tabletop. And we'll be working through some forearm stand drills. So if you know that you'd like to have a wall close by, make sure you've got some support. Then when you're ready, come down onto your forearms, measure the distance from elbow to elbow. And then you can either have a parallel arm position or you could clasp the hands together if that helps you feel more stable. And from here, tuck in your toes, lift your hips, walk your feet in to find a dolphin position. Keep your gaze looking forwards. Walk your feet in as far as you can. And then lift your right leg high. Come up onto the ball of your left foot. You'll start to take little hops off your left foot. So you're just hopping up and down 5 times. See if you can get a little bit of air time, but it's okay if you don't. Then come down into a child's pose. Relax your arms by your sides. Your shoulders can completely rest. So super important in between these rounds, we give ourselves a chance to refuel. Okay, then reset your forearms, measure up if you need to. Come back into your dolphin, walk your feet as far forwards as you can. And this time lifting the left leg high, hop off your right foot 5 times, seeing if you can get a little bit of air time. It's okay if not. And then come back down to your child's pose. Relax your arms by your side so the shoulders can relax down the back. Okay, then come up into a tabletop position. Tuck your toes, lift your hips to move back into downward facing dog. And from downward dog, look forwards in between your hands, pick up your heels and bend your knees. Then practice extending your legs, shifting your weight forward so shoulders stack wrists. Then bending your legs, move back. Keep it flowing like this. Extend, shift forwards. Bend, move back. Once more, shift forwards. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, move back. This time, jump your feet to the outsides of your hands. And bend your knees, sink your hips down for Malasana. And you can stay static or you can shift side to side. Get a little bit more movement through the hips. Good. Then when you're ready, you can step back to downward dog. We're going to move through that a few more times so you get better acquainted with the movement. So pick up your heels on your inhale, shift forwards. Exhale, bend your legs, find that power. At the end of your exhale, jump feet to outside of hands. Take a moment in Malasana. Inhale. Exhale. Let's step it back. 2 more of these. Move with your breath. Inhale. Weight shift forwards. Exhale. Charge through the legs and then jump. Malasana. And stepping it back. Last one of these. Inhale. Exhale. Jump. And Malasana. From your Malasana, straighten the legs. Keep the feet where they are. Fold forwards into your straddle fold. From here, angle the crown of your head down to the mat. Bring your chin into your chest. And you have the option here, and it is an option, there's no pressure to take it, to move into a supported or a tripod headstand. So if headstand is in your practice, set your foundation, shift your weight forwards, and lift the legs, moving into any variation of headstand that works for you. Hold it there for 10 breaths, nice and steady. And then slowly begin coming out of the pose, back to your straddle forward fold. Plant your hands and step your feet back into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and an audible exhale out. Bend your knees, come down into a kneeling position. And then sit over on one side. Open your legs out into a straddle. Keeping your feet flexed. Rest your hands up between the legs. And with each exhale, slowly start to fold forwards. So don't expect too much too quickly. Give yourself a chance to ease into the pose. Move further towards your edge. Then when you find your edge, stay there. Deepen your breath even more. On your inhale, lift yourself back up. Take your time. Close your legs and then come and lie down on your back. As you lie down, hug your knees into your chest. And then shift your hips to the right side of your mat. Bring your knees across to the left side of your mat. Coming into supine spinal twist. Left hand can rest on the right knee. And the right arm can rest by the side of your body, or it can reach out to the right side. And as we slow things down now, start to match the energy of the practice with the pace of your breath. Lift your knees back up. Shift your hips to the left side. And then bring your knees to the right side of your mat. Right hand rests on the left knee. Left arm can rest by your side or reach out to the left side. Bring your knees back up and your hips to the center of your mat. Rest your arms by your side and extend your legs, letting them roll out to the edges of your mat. Relax your shoulders and soften your belly for Shavasana.
Take as much time here as you need. Thank you so much for joining me for today's class. It was a pleasure to be your teacher and your guide. I hope to see you again for the next one. Namaste.